wake up. Open up the feed. Another headline, another reason, another fear. Welcome to Futter's paradise. Living in a Futter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Every headline amplified while the smart money buy. Living in a Futter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Wave riders still alive while the weekend say goodbye. Wake up in the morning, see another scary headline. Turn around and now they say the whole economy's flatline. Last week it was terrorist, week before that it was decline. Month before recession, now they got another deadline. Same old story, different face, different fear, different day, different expert on TV, telling everybody run away. Meanwhile, price goes sideways for another 30 days, and the boredom start to hit till conviction starts to fade. Ooh, I can hear them selling, I can hear them folding, I can hear them saying this thing never moving. Meanwhile, underneath the surface, something slowly growing by. Structure building while nobody even know it. Living in a Futter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Every headline amplified while the smart money buy. Living in a Futter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Wave riders still alive while the weekend say goodbye. Institutional models say accumulate the fear, accumulate the boredom, accumulate the tears, accumulate the doubt, accumulate the years, accumulate the assets when nobody wanna be here. That's the game, that's the plan, that's the cycle, that's the move. Everybody wanna buy when the candles break the roof. Nobody wanna buy when the market look confused. That's exactly why the market shake them loose. Out of game floating, wave riders coasting, diamond brains focusing while everybody posting. End of the world narratives everywhere you go, yet the chart keep drawing what the chart already showed. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Repeat it long enough and eventually the crowd tap out. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Uncertainty, doubt. That's when accumulation usually hang around. Sentiment still low. Everybody looking down, nobody wanna know. Bottom structure almost ready, pressure start to show. And by the time they realize the train already rolled. Same cycle, same story, same crowd, same pain, same people swearing that this time it won't be the same. Then another expansion, then another bull phase, then another generation learning all the same things. Living in a Futter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Every headline amplified while the smart money buy. Living in a Futter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Wave riders still alive. Knowledge is profit till we die. LBC. Floating. The Futter's paradise.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for joining me. I do greatly appreciate it. It is 10:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Good evening. Good evening. Mad love. Hope you had a fantastic Monday. I had a pretty good Monday. What's going on, Wick's wife? Duality C, Harpski. How y'all doing? Hope you're well. Genuinely hope you are well. Let's just get to the chart. Monday night is a trading night. Maybe? Living in a futter's paradise. I like the song. Living in a futter's paradise. What up, man? Hope you're doing awesome in West Tennessee. Jake Dorton, good evening. I'm doing pretty good. June started off actually decent. It's getting better. Things are getting better. I do have my court date Thursday for the speeding ticket. I'm gonna try and get the class, do the class, see if they'll let me take the class so it doesn't go on my record and my insurance doesn't go up, because the last thing I need right now is to have to pay more money for things. But it's okay. Outside of that, we're golden. We are golden. That's a pretty big, pretty nice candle there. There's absolutely nothing backing that candle, though. Nothing. Trying to get a push here on Bitcoin, sitting at 62,800 and change. Wave Riders, what's going on? Wave Cipher gang, how you guys doing? Good evening. Thank you, Wave Cipher, for sending the good people over. Barb, how you doing? Yo, Bearded Mac Mike, how you doing? Otta Gang, Wave Gang, what's up? Harpski, oh yeah, called you already, but I can call you again. What's going on, Harp? Ryoshi, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. And hola, French Toaster. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Oh, and we've got Fred W. Jr. in here. How you doing, Fred? Bull Runner. Hiya. What's going on, Bull Runner? How you doing? Thank you all for joining the live. Much love. Have a good night. You too, man. Mad love, Wave Cipher. Thank you for sending the good people over. Appreciate that, fam. So what we got here? So what I'm looking at right now are these equal highs. Of course, if you follow me, you'll know that I love pointing out my equal highs and my equal lows. These are pretty close. But yeah, so want to see if we can sweep these equal highs and get a reversal, maybe come up to the 200 minute. Yes, that is a real thing that I have decided to start looking at, is the 200 minute chart for scalps. You know, you're below it, you're looking for shorts, you're above it, you're looking for longs, and it's as simple as that. Delta Niner, this is Tango Butter, over. Psh, what's going on, Wick 589? How you doing, bro? I appreciate the $10 super chat. Mad love, homie. I do appreciate that so much. Shout out to Wick 589. Everybody, let's see some. I don't know what do we put in the chat for Wick. We can put some otters in the chat. I don't know. I don't have my wicks in here, man. I've got my equal highs and equal lows. I've got to change that though. I gotta change a few emojis, and I've got to add others, because I have enough members to add maybe one more emoji, maybe two. It's pretty cool. 589. I put a bunch of 589s in the chat. Even if you hate XRP, this mofo is real. I love you, Wick. Thank you, bro. I am real. I'm actually here. This is actually me. I'm no fake guru or anything like that. I'm just some guy, man. I'm just some guy that likes charting and trading. So, been doing it for about 5 years. and strong. But right now we on the struggle bus, not like with trading or anything like that, but just in life in general. Not much extra cash at all. And this is as the fine wave riders and others have dubbed the chinchilla mic. Apparently because it looks like a chinchilla because the cover on it. It's just for wind and air. But yeah, Yoshi knows. What does Yoshi know? What does Yoshi know? Oh, I'm on top chat. We got to go to live chat. Yoshi knows. Well, I guess you're just calling out Yoshi. So yeah. I've got to see a level get tapped. I'm always looking for reactions at specific levels. In particular, your equal highs and equal lows. Actually, we'll do that. Lock your drawings, fam. Would be yeah, I was looking at this earlier today and I was thinking, well, I gotta back up real quick. I gotta back up. I was looking at this little stair step up. Stair stepping. Anytime I see stair stepping, I don't like it. There's a relatively equal lows. So I'll look for, we got some relatively equal highs up here too. I'll be curious to see if we come down, take the lows, and then push up. If we do something like that, look out below. We do have liquidity sitting down here. And of course, at your lows here, there's some equal lows. I mean, it could run up for a good bit. This one, the last one ran up a little bit longer than I had anticipated. But I say that, but we were also aiming for the weekly fair value gap over here, and it nailed it and hit the midpoint of it, in fact. But on this climb in particular, I was like, oh boy, we're just stair stepping. I don't like that. And we put in these equal lows down here. Those that have been here for a while know I was just, ever since they got put in, I was like, I don't like those equal lows. We're going to come back for them at some point. We're going to come back for them at some point. And then, yeah. That's exactly what we did. It's exactly what we did. And, yeah, and then some. So, don't really like it when I see stair stepping. If I see anything just like kind of just looking like this, especially if you have overlapping waves where this wave down overlaps into the territory of this wave. So coming down at all and tapping and getting deep into this wave at all, or even this one, this correction, that's typically not a good sign. You want impulsive moves. For me, I want impulsive moves. I want to see big moves like this. That's healthier. Even if it gets a deeper correction, that is telling me we are actually kind of bullish, seeing something like this. If I see something like this, this is your typical bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. I just call it an ABC. And then look for the continuation higher. But right now, we're not getting that impulsive price action. We're not. So what are we gonna do? Who knows? But I feel like we'll go lower. I think we'll come down. Whether or not we take the highs first is my question. But outside of that, these equal lows do sit at relatively equal, I guess. Do sit at the previous day low and the Monday low. So would not be surprised to see that get a sweep at all within the next 24 hours, or at least sometime this week, because we could just go up from here and take the highs first. So, to be fair, it could even climb higher and continue to do that slow grind up and then wipe it all out. Because I do think we ultimately go a little bit lower. I think we get into the mid 50s, at least, before we wrap up the bear market that we have been in for 9 months now. 8 months, I guess 8 months. My baby wave is 9 months old today. Kind of crazy. Time is going by so quickly. So quickly. He needs to slow down. Already trying to walk and stuff, man. I guess his brother is teaching him a lot. You want to have a little mini heart attack? Have a toddler at the same time that you have a baby, and then wake up in the morning and go and find the toddler in the baby's crib. And just hope that, like, nothing crazy has happened. Heart attack. All right, Bitcoin. I need something, man. Of course, we don't hardly ever move during my live. It's usually a lot of chop. So it's looking like it might want to push lower though. Yeah, money flow coming down, momentum coming down, but also just looking at price action, kind of rejecting these highs over here. Continuing to get into supply and reject. I mean, these highs up here, but it might want to come down first before it takes the highs. Volume profile, let's see what we got from here to here. Okay. So we do have value area low down here at about 62,614. Maybe tag that, run up to the POC at 63.52, $63,052. We also have these equal highs up here right at the value area high, which is also the low of this previous range, of this little push up here before the breakdown. Is that within 50% of this overall range? Yep. Up here, you got the golden pocket up here as well within this. But so this is going to be like a nice little supply zone. Why? Because you get the push up, that's your exhaustion, and then the drop. So the last little push up before a big drop, I'm always drawing boxes on those. Same with this, same with this. Last little push up. Pull that across, because these this would be like higher time frame. I guess you'd call them order blocks. Supply, demand, whatever you want to call them. Same. Over here, it'd be this last little push down. Some people take just the last candle. I like to take ranges, zones, because sometimes they just bounce off the top of the zone, man. And then it's all about probabilities and managing your risk after that. Coming for those lows. The lows have been tooketh. Now they have. See if we can get a bounce down here. We are at the value area low. Let's go ahead and mark that off. Boom. There. I slick want to go ahead and open up a long, but I want to see some kind of reversal candle or something. Either reversal or bullish engulfing at this level. Last down candle before this push. Getting into that. That's just a candle. Looks decent. Let's do this. Oh. Coming up short, dog. 786. I mean, right off the 786 if you pull from the last push up instead of the whole range. But see if this can bullish engulf. It's looking good. Below VWAP. Strong push through VWAP would be a good sign. So far, looking like a bullish engulfing. Step by step. Potential idea. 2 to 1. 3 to 1. 5 to 1. Take it to the top of the range. For me, it's take profit here, point of control, and then top of the range. Full TP. About 50, 50, the rest. So it's like 50, 25, 25. Okay, that's a bullish engulfing. Getting a little bit of a pullback. See what it does. See if it can break that high on that candle, that previous candle. It is the 1 minute, and this is a scalp. Will you show? So I'm on Blowfin. I don't know. Looking at the 3 minute on Blowfin doesn't look too nice. Oh, bearish engulfing now. Man. Yep, couldn't get back above the VWAP. Well, that's a good thing. We wait. This is why we wait. Wanted to see it break that high. Couldn't do it. Now we gotta wait even longer for the trade. No bull div. There was one here. And you got the push from that already. A bit of a bearish divergence to send it a little bit lower. I mean, it's a 1 minute. We're trying to trade the 1 minute during Asia where there's like no liquidity. So that's why I'm on the 1 minute. Because it's dead. It's so dead. If you want me to look at something else, altcoins or something, just let me know. Ask questions in the chat or something. Be happy to oblige. Do you guys like music during streams? Let me know in the chat. And I'll have some music on in the background at the very least. What's the NASDAQ doing? Considering trying for a top step prop. And so I need to start looking at the NASDAQ more. Because I'd like to trade it. My VWAP should not be highlighter yellow. Because it throws me off. Because it's pretty much always orange. Good evening, Wave Riders. Hey, look at that. Can you do some TA on Pippin, please? Pippin. Play me some Pippin, man. Good evening, Wave Riders. Good evening. LBC OG, Melissa One Love in the house. Members, let's see some One Love emojis in the chat, please. For Miss Melissa. Pippin. Let's go look at Pippin. How many of you put a 1 in chat if you're a degen, meaning you like to trade altcoins? I am not an altcoin leverage trader. Instead, I lose money on spot. Mm, 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 mm. Look at you guys. Look at all the degens in the house. What's going on, Alan? Gosh, I got a freaking mosquito bite on my ankle. Is there a worse spot? I guess there are. But man, one of the worst spots to get a mosquito bite's right on your freaking ankle. Oh. Another bad one is like on your waistline. Like right around well, I'll just go ahead and say it. Your butt crack. One, but they have utility. Yeah, uh-huh. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I'm sure all those altcoins have utility. I'm slowly convincing myself that all of crypto is a scam. No. But maybe not a scam, but a lot of it is just useless, pointless, vaporware garbage that people just trade, and it's just I don't know how people do their valuations of cryptocurrencies. I don't know that they do valuations. Someone posted earlier today on X that H bar is undervalued. And H bar is a token that I like, but I asked a very simple question. I said, why should it be, what makes H bar undervalued? I just want to know. What makes it undervalued? What makes you think the valuation of H bar should be higher than it is? Because I'm gonna tell you guys something. Investing in a company like H bar makes sense. It's the token that I'm not so sure about. All of the tokens, most of the tokens, is I'm not so sure about them, and that's because a lot of them, and it's like everybody that says, you know, all these banks use XRP and they're running on the XRPL. It's like, sure, yes, there's a bunch of banks, several banks at least, running on the XRPL. But XRP is not being used in most of those transactions. And that's the problem that crypto's kind of having right now, is that you've got people using blockchains that aren't using the tokens. They're just using the protocols, I guess. I was on delay. What's up, Strega Heart? How you doing? Fanny Pack raid. Wait, Fanny Pack raid? Am I getting another raid? Who's Fanny Pack? Wait, is Joe Rogan raiding my channel right now? The 90s called. They want their fannies back. See the wordplay I did there? Pippin. What time frame are we wanting to look at this thing? Oh, look at that. Okay. So this is essentially what I would think Bitcoin would do. Not to go back to Bitcoin, but I'm going back to Bitcoin. See how it's very much like this? It's almost the same thing. It's just got that drip and then push. Drip, push. Gonna be honest, this looks hella bullish. No. Let's see. Let's go from top to bottom here. Oh, wow. 70% of the volume is down here. 70% of the volume is down here. The good news is We've gotten back above this range. It's hit the point of control. So now, let me get this spaceman off of here. Let's get our levels off here. So now, wait, did I delete? Where'd it go? What the heck? What the heck? Just got to do it again, I guess. All right. Oh, yeah. Look at that money flow crossing the zero line on the 4 hour. That's not something to scoff at. Getting a bit of a pullback here. Pretty decent pullback down back to the value area low. Right now, let's go to the hourly. Let's zoom out a little bit, or zoom in a little bit. Money flow green. Momentum starting to push towards the zero line. The true 7. It's down below the zero line, so we're getting a little bit of mixed signals right now, which it is correcting, so that makes sense. What I do like seeing right here is we're seeing volume. We're seeing the volume right here. We're seeing that coincide with a big bullish candle. So it's kind of like proof of the move. It's saying, I mean, there was actually something behind this candle. Now, the next candles, you see, they kind of die off. Of course, price dies off from there. Let's put an anchor VWAP at the bottom. Let's make that a different color. There we go. So we're sitting at that anchor VWAPs. At that anchor VWAP. Did get bearish divergence here on the hourly. So we're getting the pullback off of that. Paper driven market instead of spot driven market. What's that? 4 hour. Okay, checking out. Had to zoom in a little bit though. Hope you understand. So we can see we came up to that value area low here. Here, rejected it, and now we pushed above it, hit that point of control, back testing that value area low. So kind of needs to reverse soon. And it could be doing that right here, right now. Right here, right now. Yeah, we do have a bit here on the 15-minute. We got a bit of a hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bull is when your oscillator is making lower lows, but price is making higher lows. That's a hidden bullish divergence because it'd be hiding. It'd be hiding. Oh, I don't like those lows. I tell you that. Let me turn the VWAP off. Turn that off. Looking for any deadly equal lows. Let's see, we have a clear bottom to top, so let's go ahead and mark, put a fixed range volume profile on that. Okay, so we got a point of control right here at 2 cents. At 2 cents, which is also the days, at least the previous days, this day's Mondays, 9:30 a.m. open. This kind of looks like it might do one of these. I've seen this. Oh, daggum magnet. Okay. We're just not going to work. I'm just going to go with the value area low. Are you still... How many times do I have to click the trend tool? Trend line tool. That comes straight through the middle of this. And we have that point of, POC here on the previous range. So we could see something like this, and then a rollover to come to the lows here. Do have high volume node right below the value area low. And I'm going to call this the, what is it? Oh yeah, Dave. I'm calling it Dave. Let me know if you know. Calling it Dave. Dave the Wave. Perfect. Let's see if this works. Ah. Dave. Can I see the price action, please? Of course. Of course not. We gotta have fun sometimes, right? Can't take ourselves too seriously. Yeah, we got our tentacles. And we got our head, our big head. There we go. This is what you get. Thank you for joining the Wave Riders. We have sea creatures on our charts. Imagine that, being the Wave Riders and all. Dave. Yeah, I could definitely see this happening here. So, either way, I'd look for the push down, try and get a bounce off of the point of control, maybe in this trend line, come up, and then from there, just anywhere really within this zone, I would look for some type of reversal. Typically, I'm looking for just a market structure shift. If you are unfamiliar, let's go down to the one. It's essentially this or this, but on a lower time frame. So on the 1 minute, 1 to 3, it's just looking for some type of move that looks like up, down, up, take the high, and then come down and take that low. And we look for a pullback into a fair value gap or order block. Short that, stop above the high, short it down to the lows. That's pretty much my bread and butter. Of course, you could always come up and not take that high back and then just go. Then you get, then you want to look for inducement or a big candle. You get a big candle that creates a fair value gap. Then I'll look for potential push up into that and then wipe that out. So you're always trying to look for internal liquidity to get taken. So I'll even look up here and external. So we'll look here. So if you get a bounce, maybe you come back down, you take that and then go. Sometimes you got to come up for the other liquidity and then come down and then come right back up. Either way, it's a washing machine and you're trading from one high to a low to another high to another low to another high to another low. Back and forth we go. And yeah, there you go. Oh, what are you guys saying in here in the chat? I still can't believe we missed that pump harp. What pump? Paper-driven market instead of spot market. That's a grad cap I see on an otter. Crazy. How about that? Would you like that? Imagine if it had a satchel. Tactical body bag. LOL. Don't tempt me. I'll put whatever on that thing. I'll put whatever on that thing. What's going on, Piper? Let's see some Pipers in the chat. We already got one, but let's put some more in there. Some of y'all ain't smashed a like, and it shows. Appreciate that, Piper. Mad love, homie. So, I don't know. Maybe I haven't given the people, something to like. I don't know. I mean, I already got to come on here. And, show off my good looks. That should be enough. So, basically, I'd be careful with this. Look for the signs of weakness. What I would look for on the push up, if we're like looking at our indicators, if you have an oscillator on a push up, this thing can kind of drag and not come up here and take out this high. Because if you take out this high, you got higher highs where you're making lower highs, which would be bearish divergence. But if it's tracking, and they either break the high at the same time, or it just gets a pullback. I mean, before another push, and the RSI does the same thing without taking out this high, then it could be good. So it's all about. I mean, from here, I would consider a long from down here, short-term scalp, and then look for a reversal back up here at that value area high at 2.5. So from 2 cents to 2.5, 2.5, and then down here to about, it's not 1.5, it's like 1.6016. I'm judging all the non-like peeps. Be careful, guys. Piper's judging you. And he's got a set of skills to where he can find you. It's called knowing people. Knowing the right people. So yeah. That's my thoughts on Pippin. Now, I beat that one to death. Any other ones? Hopefully that helped you out. Yoshi? Yeah, because I mean, other than that, I mean, there's a chance it turns into a giant megaphone. Even then, I'm still looking for it to come down. That would be even more brutal. Because you get up here to that value area high. It's these lows down here, man, that I don't like. I feel like they want to get tooketh. Piper, where you been at my whole life, bro? Thanks, I'm short. Nope. You're already in it, huh? Hopefully from up here. Yeah, so the NASDAQ got a little bit of a bounce back today. Not too much, but not too terrible. Trying to hold this, although I don't know that it can. I guess we'll see what happens, but something like this, I just don't care for it. I don't care for, like I said, the stair steps. I don't care for stair steps because to me, I just see market makers, whoever, building up liquidity so that they can then go and flush it down. Because all they're doing, you got people putting stops here. Well, if I can you not stops here, stops here. If it came up and broke that, and you created another low, stops there. And at these levels, that's where I look for, like, okay, internally, do we have equal lows here or here or here? Because that's my narrative that tells me, oh yeah, I definitely feel like we're going to come down for those lows, especially once you start to build them up like this. It just happens over and over and over and over again. They call it the stair step. Take the stairs up and the elevator down. I posted that on the Bitcoin chart months prior to this dump. I posted this right here. Oh, what I already showed you guys. Stair step up, elevator down, and yeah, that's exactly what we got. This looks pretty nice. I feel like this should get a push, man. It should, but maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's got to come up and then come down first and then go. Let June go ahead and be bearish as always, and then July, 4th of July comes in, and for some reason it pumps because Trump pumped it, is going to pump it for some reason. We're gonna end the war in Iran for some reason. Maybe he just quits. I almost feel like he's getting to that point where he's just kind of like, F it, you're on your own, Israel. We'll see. He's pretty much done everything they want to this point, so I don't know that that'll happen. I guess as long as the Adelsons are continuing to shovel him money, he might continue to do it. Imagine a slow bleed for the next 4 months for BTC to find its bottom, and then the AI bubble pops and we find a super low that takes 2 years to recover. My worst nightmare. Crypto winter bottom aligning with the business cycle closure and stock market rebalancing event. I believe what you're saying is going to come. However, I believe it's in later years. And I believe Bitcoin will start its secular bear after the next cycle. Secular bear. And I'll tell you why. Because I believe we are still kind of early. Now, barring something that just completely blows up, but I still think we are. I think we're more in like the 6th, 7th inning, 6th or 7th inning of the AI bubble. With each inning being like another like a couple of years. Why do I think this? Because I don't even know that we've hit the second part of the AI bubble yet, first and foremost. Which is, first you start off with like infrastructure, and then you go into like software and product to market, and then and you also get mass adoption, and we don't have that. We have good adoption, but it's still not mass adopted. Like, there are a lot of people that continue somehow to not use AI. I use it every freaking day. I agree, but could you imagine an aligned event schedule occurring? It would be so disappointing. An aligned event schedule. Oh, like an event. I don't know. The schedule threw me off, but I guess, but it still makes sense. Yeah, that would suck. But I do think we get into the extended bear after the next cycle. After the next Bitcoin cycle. And it looks pretty much, I think, let's go to the NASDAQ first. I think we could get a couple different scenarios. If we go look at the 2000s for NASDAQ, we could see something such as this for Bitcoin. This would be like its 4-year cycle. And I have a theory that like Bitcoin, its cycle is there's so this is a cycle, right? You've got your accumulation period, you have your expansion, you have your distribution, I should say your markup, accumulate, markup, distribute, mark down. And that's your cycle over and over and over again. And as long as you are getting an accumulation phase, a markup phase, a distribution phase, and a markdown phase, you've completed a cycle. In my opinion, that's just me. Once you've done that, to me, it's like, well, that next, whether or not we create a new all-time high is irrelevant. In other words, the question is, does Bitcoin stay on a 4-year cycle? And I would have to say, maybe. It'll still rhyme, right? It'll still keep the beat. It'll still keep tempo. Whether or not it goes to new all-time highs or new lows, who cares? You can even do the same thing with the S&P 500, by the way. Midterm years, historically, bearish years. General election years, historically, bullish years. Therefore, bearish years, towards the end, you buy. Bullish years, towards the end, or I should say, general election years, towards the end, you sell. Because Bitcoin has almost always topped. There's only one time, the very first cycle, where it topped in early January. But it's ever since then, it's always topped in Q4 of the first year of a presidential term. And it's always been bearish during the midterms, every single time. And that's because Bitcoin it's an expression of capital, basically. And so and it's speculative. So you can just see it happening you can see it. Just happening over and over again, whether or not it puts in new all-time highs or new lows. I can just see it happening over and over again. Because it still stays on the same set schedule of 10,000 blocks. Is it 10,000 blocks? A block for every 10 minutes. And every, what is it, 210, of course, 1,000 blocks between the halvings. I mean, it's just supply and demand. It's math. And it might have a whole rhythm. Thank you, Piper. And we'll see. I agree, but could you imagine if we get that extended bear, just think of all the extra years we get from Piper Academy. That's true. I did tell everyone I wouldn't retire and shut it down until I led you all to another top. Oof. Dang. So hopefully this is where we are now, and this is where we're going to be, and we're not going to see another bull market for another 8-10 years, because that's how much we don't want Piper to leave us. Even though he could do whatever he wants. Let's see, SPY between like 98 and 2013 type. Yeah, that's what I was going to get at next too. So like the cycle could look like, where's it at? Yeah, like this. Like this. Where it's like, oh, like this would be like the next, this is where I think the next cycle would be. Like I think this, if I'm thinking secular bear, which is multi-year bear market, not just 1 year, a secular bear that looks like this, you get the your typical bear market, and you get your rally too going into the general election. You got your midterm year, accumulation, and then your distribution, or sorry, your markup, and then your distribution, and then your markdown, all around the same time as those midterm years. And let's see, this was, let's see, 2000, therefore 99. This is the first year of a president. This is a bear market, man. Maybe it comes like a year early. The next top. Which if that coincided with like an everything melt up, that would make perfect sense. But either way. Wow, midterms September 2022. Yeah, that's your midterm year. So actually started off in 2001 though. Imagine that. June, July, August, September. Yeah, so I was about to say, where's September 11th? Right in here. Then rally. I mean, this is a multi-year rally, guys. I mean, you're talking from October 2002 to October 2007. So exactly 5 years. A 5-year rally. Or, as Piper just said, your business cycle. But this is what? .com bubble, right? So after that, that money's sloshing around trying to find its footing as we figure out the internet. And then what do we get? We get MySpace. We get Facebook. We get YouTube. We get Twitter. All up in here. And then we get the housing crisis. Oh, we also get iPhone. Amazon starts blowing up. And then you get the big housing market crash. The question for you, Piper, is how's our housing market look? 2-year bear market? FULBC? What? What did I say? What did I say? I love you too, bro. Honestly, don't know what I said. About keeping you around. Yes. We got to keep you around. Who else is going to say F you to me all the time? These equal lows down here, though, on the S&P 500. Looking kind of juicy. I ain't got no chicken wangs. Ain't got no chicken wang. This weekly candle isn't looking too hot so far. Daily doesn't look too bad. A little, maybe not quite a hammer. Daily FVG. Oh, Piper, by the way, I gotta go to Bitcoin real quick before we get out of here. This is what I don't know if you saw my chats today during your live, but we've got these yearly fair value gaps. And, I pointed these out at the beginning of the year. Actually, I started pointing them out before the beginning of the year because I was like, if this consolidates this year right here and we create this fair value gap, then I think next year we come down into that fair value gap. And sure enough, that's what we've done so far. So we will see if it can bounce from there. We shall see. There was a fair value gap here that never got touched. Never got touched. This one between these years did. See the bounce off of that one. Kind of getting a little shaky though. We're closing below the midpoint and we're leaving fair value gaps behind. Now, is Bitcoin going to go to $2,800, $3,000? I don't know. I think what matters most right now is what is immediately in front of us, and that is this current fair value gap. So we shall see. The only thing that really freaks me out is this candle. That's that is technically a bearish candlestick. The question is this year enough? Did you know we've never had 2 negative years back to back for Bitcoin? Ever. Ever. This would be the first time if this year closed bearish. Be the first time ever to have back to back. And that's after I guess it's just a doji. I don't know my candle names. I think it's just a doji. What does that say? I can't read that. Spinning top? Spinning top? I mean, I was thinking spinning top. Oh, that's right. I was like, yeah, but I thought that was 2 side by side. No, that's tweezer tops. Yeah, so spinning top, which is a bearish pattern or a bearish candle. You see? Three candlestick pattern, green. Oh, what we don't want to see, what we don't want is to bearishly to close below this year, the 2024 low. We don't want to close below that low. If we close below that low, it's done. It's over. Bitcoin is dead. Also don't like, let's just go to the monthly so we can see it a little better. Also don't like how this kind of resembles a 3 drives pattern. But, you know, it's cool. It's cool. We're okay. It's 2 high time frame. None of that matters. It's like that meme of the monkey. Yes, that is a doji. That's all I was thinking. Doji. It's an indecision candle. Indecision. Oddly strong. The housing market is not collapsing. That's cool. It's probably because everyone's just sitting on their houses. Everybody, don't worry. The foreclosures are coming, sir. Man, potential not just a weekly SFP, but a monthly SFP as well. It's interesting. What if Bitcoin just went whoop? What would cause this? What would cause this? That's what I want to know. Let me know. What's the price for that 1-year candle bottom? For this one, $38,514. $38,514. Is that the one? Let me know. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, wait. Hold up. We've broken, of course. Okay, we've taken those highs. Oh, after we came down here? Oh, look at that. Dang it. Dang, man. Bearish engulfing with volume. Give it to me. Come on. More. I'm like Kylo Ren. More. More. Not the wick, candle body. Oh. Rrr. All up, sir, would be 42,284. 42,284 is the 2024 opening price. I'll look tomorrow. I already got you, bro. You're just behind. U.S. buys 10% of supply. Oh, yeah, I guess that could happen. Or that could be a catalyst. Not the wick handle body. Gotcha. I gotcha, bro. All right, guys. That is going to be it for me. Thank you all for joining me. I do greatly appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, hitting that sub if you are new, and that notification bell to be notified for whenever I create new content and when I go live. Tomorrow, I feel like I don't know that we have anything until Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday's the day for the data. The data? The data. Dada. Core CPI month over month, core CPI year over year, CPI month over month, CPI year over year. So more econ data. This is going to be our interest. Let's see what our interest looks like. Year over year for our core, 2.9%. Previous was 2.8, so looking for an increase in our core inflation. And then CPI, just regular inflation. Last month, 0.6%. So actually looking for a tick down, 0.5 for the month. However, year over year, looking at a 0.4 increase from 3.8%. What would that be? May, June, May to May. So the year over year last month was 3.8%. Looking for 4.2% year over year for June to June, or maybe it's May to May for this one, and the previous one was April. Either way, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when to be cautious and wait and look for a move. Have your levels set and ready to go. Highs and lows, equal highs and lows, and look for reversals off of those. But thank you, fam. Interesting. That's my thumbnail tomorrow. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Barb. Great show. Thank you, Harp. It's inflation week, bro. Yep, 2.2% over Fed target. Yep, not good. Not good. All right, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so make sure you guys join the Discord. I did not get it pinned to the chat. That's okay. Join the Discord. Follow me on X at Lunar Beaches. And make sure you guys subscribe to the Piper Academy. Of course, link is in the description, should be. And yeah, I keep hearing inflation is coming down. Can't remember where. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, my end of the month income says otherwise, or whatever you call it. Look, guys, I don't know about you, but we are struggling, bro. Especially since my wife got let go from her job. That it's honestly, next month's mortgage payment is a little bit questionable. So surely we'll be able to I'm sure we'll find some way, but it's just like it's been a year already. And you know, we were actually looking pretty okay-ish until the Iran war and gas started going up and energy and pretty much everything. So it's rough, man. So you guys are my keep me feeling okay. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, see you guys all tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep and Tuesday. And I will see you then. Mad love. God bless. Sorry, I did not prep. And yeah, peace, love, and profit. No, wait, that's not my tag. That's Piper's. Mad love. God bless. Ride the waves. Let's play Futter's Paradise again. I thought it was a good one. Let's play that. All right, guys. See you later. Mad love. Bye.
Wake up. Open up the feed. Another headline. Another reason. Another fear. Welcome to Futter's Paradise. Living in a Futter's Paradise. Everybody terrified. Every headline amplified while the smart money buy. Living in a Futter's Paradise. Everybody terrified. Wave riders still alive while the weekend say goodbye. Wake up in the morning, see another scary headline. Turn around and now they say the whole economy is flatline. Last week it was terrorist, week before that it was decline. Month before recession, now they got another deadline. Same old story, different face, different fear, different day, different expert on TV, telling everybody run away. Meanwhile, price goes sideways for another 30 days, and the boredom start to hit till conviction starts to fade. Ooh, I can hear them selling, I can hear them folding, I can hear them saying this thing never moved. And meanwhile, underneath the surface, something slowly growing by. Infrastructure building while nobody even know it. Living in a Futter's Paradise. Everybody terrified. Every headline amplified while the smart money buy. Living in a Futter's Paradise. Everybody terrified. Wave riders still alive while the weekend say goodbye. Institutional models say accumulate the fear, accumulate the boredom, accumulate the tears, accumulate the doubt, accumulate the years, accumulate the assets when nobody wanna be here. That's the game, that's the plan, that's the cycle, that's the move. Everybody wanna buy when the candles break the roof. Nobody wanna buy when the market look confused. That's exactly why the market shake them loose. Out of game floating, wave riders coasting, diamond brains focusing while everybody posting. End of the world narratives everywhere you go, yet the chart keep drawing what the chart already showed. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Repeat it long enough and eventually the crowd tap out. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Uncertainty, doubt. That's when accumulation usually hang around. Now the volume start rising, sentiment still low. Everybody looking down, nobody wanna know. Bottom structure almost ready, pressure start to show. And by the time they realize the train already rolled, same cycle, same won't be the same. Then another expansion, and another bull phase, and another generation learning all the same things. Living in a flutter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Every headline amplified while the smart money buy. Living in a flutter's paradise. Everybody terrified. Wave riders still alive. Knowledge is profit till we die. LBC, all the gang. Wave riders, diamond brain, still floating.